Hello traders, and welcome to the 5th episode of the Trading Forex Scanner Masterclass. In this episode, we will look at a very important candle which we call the GMT7. As we can see here, we have a square that will appear at the time GMT7. If we look at the time that we are at GMT plus 3, it should be 10 o'clock. As you can see, it's 10 a.m., which is in Greenwich Mean Time, GMT 7 a.m. Following a trend, the GMT7 constitutes a very important confirmation in the validation of the current trend. And we will have a look at different examples here today. Let's have a look at the yen currency. So as we have seen in the previous episodes, we have a downtrend. Since we have a yen that is strong across the board, the ultimate and fourth lock candle has been identified here as a confirmation, and the GMT7 is below the last lock candle, which in itself is a confirmation. If the lock is below in a downtrend or above the ultimate lock candle, then we have a confirmation that the trend may remain. Obviously, this is technical analysis. This is based on statistic. That's not 100% fail-proof rule, but we use it as a confirmation of the trend. If the GMT will bounce around the last lock candle, for example, in a downtrend here bouncing at the close or the middle or the open of the last lock candle, then we have as well a good confirmation. The second important confirmation is knowing if this candle is on the same side of the trend or on the opposite side of the trend. In such case, we have a bearish trend and the GMT7 is bullish. Unfortunately, it is not on the same side as the trend. So out of the two confirmation, we have one confirmation, the GMT7 being below the last lock candle. The second confirmation, we do not have it. Therefore, if we had an open position, we would be cautious now. And if we would want to open now, we'd rather be cautious and wait for further confirmation with new lock candle appearing. Let's continue to confirm. We have the same thing here. We have a bullish GMT7. It's still below the last lock. So we have 1 out of 2 confirmation. Two currencies being the same here. So at the same level. So we don't have any trend confirmation. Neither does the sterling. In the New Zealand, we have again the same thing. 1 out of 2. The GMT7 is below the lock, is coming here to bounce between the close and the middle, but unfortunately it is bullish, so it is not the best of signal. We have 1 out of the 2 signals, and we finish with the dollar yen, same thing. So let's change currency to try to find some other scenarios. Which one could we see? We have a Swiss franc, for example, which is at 4. Let's make a tour of the Swiss franc. Downtrend here, same thing. We have a bullish that goes against the trends and it is below. So 1 out of 2. CAD Swiss, 2 out of 2. It is bearish and it is below. And immediately after, we have a very strong bearish candle that could be the new lock that will appear later when the new range is formed. 2 out of 2. Here we do not have the trends since the sterling is only at minus 0.5. Here 1 out of 2. Bullish GMT7 and below the last lock candle, and we finish with the dollar Swiss, same thing, bullish and below 1 out of 2. Let's find again another currency. Let's go for the Australian at minus 3.5. So both of them are weak here. In such case, the Australian Swiss franc 1 out of 2, Australian yen 1 out of 2, Euro 1 out of 2. We have a very good here rebound on the middle, which is a good signal. The first one is very good. That is coming here on that pivot point, which is the middle line of the last lock candle. However, it is a bearish candle in a bullish trend. And finally, let's look at one last example with the Canadian dollar. Hopefully we will have more confirmations here. So as we can see, bearish candle. We've already looked at the CAD Swiss. We have a 2 out of 2 in this case. The CAD yen 1 out of 2. Euro CAD 1 out of 2. bearish candle in a bullish trend and a good bounce exactly on the close of the last lock candle. And that's it. Having a single or double confirmation of the GMT7 is an additional confirmation that comes at the end of the trend in order to know if we may keep our positions open or maybe close them. And if we were looking to open a position following a signal of the last candle, then this GMT7 can give us an additional confirmation to stay on the side or maybe to have more confidence in opening our signals. Now bear in mind that in every episode I'm adding new analytic tools. We start with the power, we continued with the matrix, we have looked at the support and resistance, we've looked at the trend line, we have looked at the lock candle, and now at the GMT7. All those different aspects of the price action technical analysis combined will give a very clear picture of the different opportunities that comes within each currency. Now on the following video, we will look at the importance as well of having a multi-time frame analysis in order to spot more precise entry and exit points by switching from the 1 hour time frame to the M15, the 15-minute time frame. Until then, I wish you a happy trading and a good day. Bye bye.